Welcome back, all you game freaks. Game Freak has done it again with another crazy good title. This is Pokemon Emerald. We are continuing our in-game trades challenge playthrough, and we have a Nuzleaf, but you're gonna see this Nuzleaf does not obey us. This is absolutely insane. But first, we have to accomplish catching a Skitty, because although Skitty is not an in-game trade, we will be using Skitty, albeit much, much later in the game, to trade for an in-game trade, being Meowth. We can use Skitty now as a sort of caveat to the challenge, because I can't just go through with Nuzleaf, or Dots as he's known, through the whole game, because one, it's no fun, and two, I would get wrecked by all the fire types, the flying types, the ice types, and because Nuzleaf has acquired a dark type compared to C-Dot just being grass, also the fighting types would do much damage on me. And right here, what? I'm sorry, full restore? What trainer before, Victory Road has full restores? Random Lady Sarah with, level 8 Lotad has a full restore? That's insane. But I still have the move Attract, which I almost never use, but because we're doing this challenge, because I needed a Skitty, I figured, sure. It does seem kind of backwards, though. A male. Well, actually, never mind. It's fine. I always associated the move Attract with a more feminine touch, but I guess it does make sense, a male attracting a female. I mean, it happens in real life most of the time, so, Oh, what if they change the move Attract later in the game? Are there gay Pokemon? Because I've only been playing Gens 1 through 3. I've also played White version 1. But in any of the newer gens, are in, the lore, I guess, or any, the hardcore Pokemon fans, do you know if there's, gay Pokemon, and if they use Attract on another gay Pokemon, will it work? That I just thought of that, so I guess they gotta cover all their bases. So, Pokemon and Game Freak as companies, they gotta cater to all kinds of people, I guess, playing their games, because nowadays everybody's politically charged and all that fun stuff. I personally don't have too much skin in the game. I don't really care too much. I just like playing games and hanging with you all and posting videos and doing other things. So that'd be cool, man. The world has changed. I've only been around since '95, but man, has it changed. It's crazy out here. All sorts of different ideas, ideologies, and feelings about certain things. But anyways, back to Pokemon. So I got the C-Dot from this dude in the house next to the Rustboro City Gym, and kind of had to say goodbye to Ralts. Was kind of sad about it, but Ralts will be going to a good owner, I assume he doesn't smack Ralts around at the house and keep him in a cage locked up, because I wouldn't do that to a psychic Pokemon if I had him under my wing, because psychic types, you don't mess around. They'll mess you up with their mind powers and whatnot, psychic powers. But now we have Dots, and Dots levels up extremely fast. I don't think it's only because we have the boosted XP. I think it's a fast leveling Pokemon by nature. I have to look it up on Cerebi or whatever, but man, and plus it's not evolved yet, and it is just tearing through this rock type gym. I know when we get the rock sand, it's gonna be pretty much a breeze. And we're already at level 12. Geodudes actually give decent experience for the level they are and whatnot. And I'm gonna get Nature Power, and I'm still not quite, because I usually don't use Nature Power in my Gen 3 playthroughs, so I'm not quite sure what that does. I know it changes based on the area you're in, but does that mean like if you go into a cave, it's going to use a certain move, or if you're outside in the grass, it's going to be a certain move? Or sometimes it rains in the Hoenn region, so if you're like battling when it's raining, or someone uses rain dance, does nature power change? Or sunny day? So much to discover. I like know a good amount about Pokemon, but there's always one more thing that I'm like, oh, I don't fully know about that. I don't fully understand that. Let's explore that. Oh, Dots is going to evolve. That's pretty sweet. And we're going to get a Nuzleaf already at level 14. That kind of reminds me of if you started with Bulbasaur in Gen 1, which I don't know how many people did. You know, I guess very few, because Charmander's always the favorite. Maybe Squirtle's close second, but Bulbasaur, I believe, evolved into Ivysaur at level 14, but the other two, you had to wait till 16. Maybe Squirtle, you had to wait till 18. I'm not quite sure. The memory, it's weak these days, as it has been for a little while. But that's pretty cool. You get evolution very early on at 14. Now, of course, you got your bug types. Some of them, like Caterpie, evolves into Metapod at like level 7, and then into Butterfree at level 10. So you're like, oh, like I evolved twice by level 10, and some of you other Pokemon haven't evolved once. But then you're like, oh wait, I have a Butterfree, and it's wrecked by so many Pokemon, not just in stats, but in, you know, moves that other Pokemon can learn to be super effective, or just outright brute strength against a Butterfree. And that is why not all Pokemon are created equal, thankfully, because that would be boring. So Dots is going to grow to level 15 as we take down yet another Geodude. The problem is now Dots has grown too powerful, so it's going to ignore orders. Look at that. That's like level 15. Are you serious? You have to get to the second gym leader, defeat them, in order for all of your Pokemon, regardless of trade, to obey you up to level 30. And it's just like this weird gray area all like the whole game before then. So it's like you'd think after the odd number gyms, like the first gym, oh, they'd let you get to level 15 kind of as like a soft rule, not like a set in stone one, like because they don't declare it obviously, but you'd think they'd kind of do that for you, but they're like, no, we'll just, you know, early on they'll just stop obeying you, especially if you got them in a trade. So now I have to struggle all the way through to get to the second gym with a Nuzleaf that doesn't obey me, and a Skitty that is alright in the stats department. I mean, we do have the move Attract, and you'll see here a little bit later we're going to get Sing, so those are pretty useful. But yeah, we're not really the strongest team right now. Plus Torchic, I've just relegated already to an HM slave. It already knows Cut. So I've told, you know, y'all that I'm not going to use Torchic. It's not going to be in this playthrough. If I could do an in-game trade with Torchic, then I'd still use him. But no, we're not going to do that, because that's kind of like the easy way out. That's kind of a handicap, so to speak, to this challenge. And I want 0 handicaps. I want, you know, just enough difficulty, but still fun. And yet still unorthodox. That is the very nature of this channel. And this Nosepass is also level 15, like Nuzleaf. And it shouldn't be too big of a deal, but of course, you know, Nuzleaf's not obeying, turning away. I think sometimes your Pokemon, if they don't obey you, they can either ignore your order and use a different move. They can, well, I guess they can sometimes like obey you. That's just very rare. Or they can turn away. I've even seen it happen where they just fall asleep. They're like, yeah, I don't want to obey you. I'm going to take a nap right in the middle of the battle. Which is like, that's kind of like masochist in a way. Like, you want to just take a nap. You want to spite your owner, take a nap, and then just take a beating from the other Pokemon until it faints you. If that's what you want to do, that's your thing. But that just sounds awful. So I guess that's how it's going to be. But thankfully, we do get the stone badge, and we're out of there. And I can't... trying to remember what the second gym leader is. I literally just did a playthrough on my actual Game Boy Advance of Sapphire. But I honestly, I can't remember what the second gym is, so we're going to find out together. I mean, I'm sure you all already know, because this game's been out since, like, 2004, like, at least 15 years. And May is going to ask for a battle, and of course I can't say no. I never say no to a battle in this game. If I did, would May let me walk away? Or would she be like, you're not going away without a battle? That wasn't actually a question. I was just giving you false hope that you could get away from me. But she's not that bad. I think this is the rebattle of her, because I think I cut out the footage where I just lost. Like, Torkoal just wrecked my team before I could get the Mudkip. Or maybe by the time I did get to Mudkip, my team was so battered and on the brink of, losing, that I couldn't stand up to the Mudkip. Because I want to have Skitty take down Torkoal, because I'm not using Torchic, obviously. And then Nuzleaf will tackle Mudkip, because Bullet Seed will wreck Mudkip, because its grass is a ×4 super effectiveness against water and ground type, which is amazing. But of course, I do love Swampert, and of course Swampert can learn ice type moves, so Swampert is set against grass types somewhat. So we're going to take down Torkoal, thankfully, now that we got that out of the way. And Skitty does almost level up, but not quite. Oh, one thing to note, because I have to trade a Skitty for a Meowth, I have to go through this entire game without evolving Skitty. So I'm going to have to keep holding down B, or whatever it is on my keyboard, because I'm playing on a ROM. Or I'm going to have to find an Everstone or something, because this is not going to be good. Skitty's already has, like, kind of stats, so it would be nice to at least get a Delcatty, but that's not going to happen. So that just makes this playthrough just that much more difficult, but it's fine. I think we'll be doing just great. Plus, I am going to be looking around, I think, Route 117 or Route 116 for a Volbeat, because you can trade a Volbeat for a Plusle. So we'll be adding a Pokemon soon to our team. Maybe 2 or 3 videos from now, I'd say. Maybe 4. I'm not quite sure. I know we have a lot of stuff. We still have to ride Mr. Briny's ship down to, is it Dewford Town? And then go from there up to Slateport. And then Maulville City. There's a bunch of stuff going on. And that's only the first big chunk of the game. So thank you guys for watching. You want to keep up with my playthrough? I put it all on the Pokemon playlist. And I will see you all in the next one. Balls out.